Good morning, children. Yesterday we learnt about the different types of plants, that is trees, shrubs, herbs, climbers and creepers. Now we will move ahead now. So here we can see most plants have brightly colored flowers and their sweet smell and bright colors attract bees and other insects. So these insects help the flowers grow into fruits by transferring a yellow powder called pollen from one flower to another of the same kind. Seeds are found inside the fruit. When the fruit is ripe, it falls from the plant and the seeds are planted in the soil. This is how new plants grow. Insects help in pollination. So here, children, you can see here there is an insect. Yeah, can you see there is an insect? It may be a honeybee, it may be a fly, it may be anything. So there always you will find, whether you see rose flower, so there in the center you will find the yellow powder appears. That yellow powder is nothing but the pollen grains. So when the birds or the bees, when they come for the nectar, because of its bright colored and the sweet smell, the insects, they get attracted towards the flower, so actually the flower wants to get pollinated. The plants want to get pollinated. And what is pollination? Pollination is the transfer of pollen. Pollen grains is the powder. Transfer of pollen grains from one plant to another plant. So how does the transfer happen? See, we know that plants can't move, right? How will the transfer happen then? So what they do, they make the flowers so beautifully colored, yeah, bright colored and very sweet smelling, that these insects, they come. As soon as they sit on the flower, the pollen grains, they get attached, they get just deposited somewhere, or they get rubbed against their body, or they get accumulated somewhere, right? And so their body has now that pollen grains, and when they have their nectar, they move from one plant to another flower, and when they move to another flower, the pollen grain get transferred from one flower to another flower through the help of these agents, right? And hence the pollination occurs. Okay, children. So here the pollination occurs, and hence what happened, sometimes the seeds are also found inside the fruit. So when the fruit is ripe, okay, what happened, it falls, and when it falls, the seeds, it comes in the contact with the soil, okay, and then it gets planted and new plant starts growing. Okay, now we are moving to the next topic, which is very easy and very important. Okay, so uses of plants, right, children? So Aditya was amazed. I never knew there were so many different kinds of plants around us. Diya said. Plants around us, Diya? He said. Who said? Aditya. To whom? To Diya. Plants are so different from each other, right? All the plants are different. Their leaves are different, their stems are different, their roots are different, their flowers are different, isn't it? Their heights are different, everything, their fruits are different, right? So plants are so different from each other. Their roots, their stems, their heights, and even their flowers and fruits, everything differs, right? So Dia smiled and said, yes, and all plants are useful to us in different ways. In fact, plants help us to breathe. Okay, so whatever oxygen you are getting is being given by the plants to you. Okay, when plants uh, make their food, they release a gas called oxygen into the air, right? Humans need oxygen to survive. Can you think some ways in which plants help us? So plants, most and the most important, four most important: gas, oxygen. So this oxygen is being given to you by the plants, children. Okay, when they make food, this gas is being released as their waste material. Okay, okay. So what do? This is a byproduct of their, the cooking process. So that is called photosynthesis. So in the process of photosynthesis, this oxygen gas is released into the atmosphere, and this oxygen gas is being used by us. So don't you think they are helping us to stay alive? Yeah, so we are able to continue our life, or we are able to survive with because of these are plants only. What all things they give? They give food, they give grain, they give oil. Whatever you are eating, children, don't you think it is being given by the plants? Yes. So they are, hey, they are, I